Hello.
Hi.
We're here. That was an abrupt entry. I just wanted to jump in.
Mitch is still taking off his jacket.
It is 2021. Guys, big news.
What?
It is 9:06 p.m. on January 1st, 2021. I have yet to take my first shit of the year.
Yeah.
It has not happened yet. It might happen tonight.
I've taken 3.
Oh, that is a party
That's
on
good.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So, for those of you that are familiar with us, we did this last year. Realistically, it's going to be a recurring thing. This is our week of material where we discuss who's going to die this year.
Who's going to do it?
Who is going to die?
I don't know if we can verify if any of us were right last year.
I mean, we very well could if we just went back and listened to it.
Yeah, but who's got the time for that?
I'm not sure if we're correct. One of the guests on the show of that episode was talking to me a couple days ago, and he believes that I believe he thought Georgie suggested that Kobe Bryant was going to die in 2020. No way of confirming that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real. I have not gotten the time to go back and listen. But I'll have confirmation for you next week if you don't want to do it yourself.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking dead.
He's dead.
And can I be totally honest? This is going to sound super heartless.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Can I, though?
No.
I'm so sick of all this shit. Like, Kobe Bryant's dead, and they're like, he was going to start a shoe company that would give away shoes. It's like, you know what?
That's great.
That's well and good, but he's fucking dead, so shut up.
He also raped that girl.
What have I told you?
Yeah.
Americans like rapists if they win.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Perfect example.
There you
Super
go.
Bowl ring on one hand,
Jimmy Page.
fist in a vagina in the other, against their will, and people fucking cheer for him.
They give millions of dollars.
Ray Lewis literally shot and killed a man and went on to win a Super Bowl, and the city of Baltimore loves him. So you just got to be good at what you do.
That's just life sometimes, I guess.
To be in total fairness to the dead Kobe, I don't know the entire story because I was too young when that happened. I don't really remember.
What, when he died this year?
No, the rape. That was
yes.
the rape. That was so long ago. I don't know if it was like false accusation. I think that's like what it ended up being, but I don't know the full story. So I don't know if he's an actual rapist.
There's an episode. Let's look into that.
Chances
Very disrespectful of us to hone in on that, but let's do it.
Yeah, chances are he might have been. And you know what? If you're out there and you're a Kobe Bryant fan, I have nothing against the guy.
That's fine.
Guy could play basketball like none fucking other. But at the end of the day,
he could.
Yeah, okay. It's over. That's it. Let's move on. Let's start worrying about some new problems.
R.I.P.
Is that heartless? Is it heartless?
That's probably fine, right?
I don't give a shit, because you know what?
I didn't know him personally, so I'm not too distraught.
Me neither.
You know?
Realistically, the saddest part of his death is that his daughter died, because, like, she was a kid.
Yeah, that's not a good aspect.
That, like, if she wasn't in there, I would totally be like, this is whatever. This is just, it's a day worth of news.
It's one of those like, huh.
No,
look at
someone out there is going to hate me for saying that, so I apologize.
That's fine.
My opinion means nothing. It's just something I think, and
it's about time we divided.
Yeah, I rarely act upon what my opinion is, and if you feel sad that he's dead, that's power to you. And I'm not going to tell you shouldn't. That's your business. So that's how I started this year.
So anyway, we may have said Kobe last year,
and
we may have been right.
But this year, we got a whole new batch, and last year, see, it threw us a curveball because no one could have predicted that the pandemic would have happened. That really threw a screwball out there. Sad news in the music world. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but MF Doom, the rapper, he died at 49 yesterday. So that sucks because
he almost made it out of the year.
MF Doom kicked that fucking ass, and he's dead now. So what you gonna do? That's how the cookie crumbles.
Well, dang it.
But yeah, so if any of you were going to say MF Doom, I would be like, I can't believe you said that, because that's crazy.
You're saying it
but
now.
It's too late, because he died technically a year ago.
I was right a few hours in the past.
But with all of that effectively being said, it's time for us to go into, I don't have maybe the Death Valley. That seems appropriate. You do Also,
Says he died in October.
there is
Died in October?
Is that well? If
Grant,
that's true,
you son of a bitch.
Are
you lying to these people?
I'm telling you this. If that's true, then every single person that I've seen post about MF Doom they're all exactly the same amount of time late. Because it all happened yesterday.
All right, we'll look into this.
News articles, I saw shit. Because I'm in, for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge, we all like Sleep, the band.
They're amazing.
I do not stay active on Facebook, but I am, I'm in a group just about Sleep, the band. And, in recent months, it's become all about, what dooms and what doesn't doom. And the general consensus is that MF Doom does, in fact, doom.
Well, that's good.
And that is where I received said information.
Yeah, his qualifications.
From my fellow Sleepians.
So the whole thing with MF Doom was that his wife announced it yesterday.
Okay.
But he did die on Halloween this year.
Okay.
But I guess no one knew until yesterday. That's kind of weird.
But I guess to be fair, that's kind of on par with MF Doom. I don't know what year that was, but he was like the headliner at that show, and he never showed up, and he just sent some guy in his mask to be MF Doom, and they were all like, "That's not fair." And he's
that's
like,
"Badass."
He was essentially his answer was like, "You don't fucking know who MF Doom is. It could be anybody. So why does it matter if it's me?" And it was like, you know what? I respect that.
You get away with it up until
that is in his fashion.
News.
If you're into rap, I definitely recommend it. It's good shit. But if you're not, then fuck him. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna like him.
There you go. He's gone.
Yes.
So we can't say him.
He's been removed from the docket. So we typically break this up into categories. So how do we want to start? I would say.
Oh, just like.
We have a couple different sections. I guess it would be the wild card round. That's the one that you just pull out a name, like someone's going to die in a horrible car accident. Maybe it'll happen. You don't know. Then you have what we would call the shoo-ins, your Aussies, your older people that, especially with the climate of today, would not be shocking if they were to die this year.
Yeah.
And then we have somewhere in the middle, like a Barbra Streisand, where you wouldn't necessarily expect her to die, but if it happened, you'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I get that.
Okay.
So
the wild card is like, what? Like, really?
Yeah, the wild card is Kobe Bryant. It's like no one saw that shit coming.
Yeah.
So we'll work our way to that. We'll start with the what we'd call the shoo-in.
The shoo-in.
So we'll go down the line here. Jake, why don't you? Who do you think a shoo-in is? You can give us a couple names if you want.
Biden.
Joe Biden.
Biden alone.
It's funny because
that's my only guess. He's not going to last in there.
No, absolutely
and not for any political reason. He's just an old fucking man. And
There's no way.
He's breaking his ankle playing with a dog.
Can you imagine?
He's gone. He's done.
Like, I don't think
Kamala is gonna take it.
The job of president is without question, the most stressful job on the planet.
You seen the way Obama grade?
Yeah, Obama.
It was astounding.
He never got to.
He was a young stallion before. Now he's just he's a great man.
He never was salt and pepper, and he never got pepper. He just went straight from pepper to salt, no transition.
Or do you think
he woke up one day like he saw a fucking ghost, like he was Henry Bowers from It, and just fucking sheets of white hair?
It may be. Maybe he dyed it before.
He could have.
It was like a pity thing. He stopped doing it. He's like, look how hard this is on me. Everyone loved me more.
He was.
Meanwhile, bombing.
Wasn't he?
Bombing people.
Was he 50 or 49?
I don't know.
He was relatively young, especially fucking now compared to who we got now. Joe Biden.
Yeah, Biden is my guess.
I could 100% see that being what occurs. I don't know. They don't have to JFK his ass if they want him dead. All they got to do is
time, motherfucker. Time is the gun.
All you got to do is wax his floor and don't tell him, and he's fucking dead. It's that
get
simple.
His dog a little rambunctious. Put a fork on the ground.
Give his dog a 4 Loko. And just watch the night end.
The dog would just die.
Honestly,
and then he would die.
It's funny you say that because
dude, just give Joe Biden a 4 Loko.
It just starts his heart and just he just goes like Grinch mode.
There's like
just
dust coming
becomes
out of his
crazy.
ears and shit. He's like, this shit hasn't been working in a while.
Okay, yeah, no, Joe Biden.
Right.
I'll tell you what, that's respectable. I
There you go.
definitely could see that occurring.
Mitch, what about you?
Yeah, Mitch, what are your who's your shoe-in this year? Who's dying?
My shoe-in? Well, just from the climate of everything and how Hollywood sucks, movies have, no one wants to go to the movies anymore because all of them suck. Either they're remakes or they're just some shitty new movie that came out.
Hey, you take that back. You take that back.
All right, what?
You take that
Okay,
back.
whatever.
Movies have always been great.
Let me tell you this.
And they're still great.
Have you ever heard of a little something called The Matrix? Because
That came
that's
out
coming
this
out
year.
this year.
This year is its debut.
No, the Matrix.
People don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Matrix 4 comes out this year sometime. I think it's early spring.
Oh, shit.
And that's dropping in theaters. I grant you, there's been a lull, but you can't talk shit about
No
movie
lulls.
theaters.
No,
I'll
it's fantastic.
I'll seppuku you.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
my prediction for the shoe-in is Martin Scorsese.
Interesting.
If he dies, well, Hollywood's already dead, so
It's getting there.
once he dies, it's like the last nail in the coffin.
What about Spielberg?
Well,
I mean, not that he's made anything recently, but that's
Yeah.
a way more notable name.
he
than
just doesn't
Scorsese.
seem like Spielberg doesn't seem like he's really doing
Can
much.
I'm going to give you another rude opinion. I'm starting my 2020 off with harsh opinions. Martin Scorsese.
Such a departure from all the other years.
No
Yeah.
joke. Martin Scorsese, he can make a fucking movie. Not going to deny that. Like, he makes a good film. However, just because you make a movie 3 hours long and you have two big-name celebrities in it doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie. The Irishman, 3.5 hours fucking out the window. I hated that movie.
I haven't seen it.
It was awful.
I can't weigh in, and I really wish I could.
The Wolf of Wall Street, I like that movie a lot, actually. But again, I feel similar to a Tarantino film where it's like you could chop out a good 40 minutes, and I don't think much would be out of it.
You
Like,
do have
you'd
very
get it.
controversial movie opinions.
I
I'm
do.
just realizing this now.
I do. I don't know. It's weird because I don't want you to think I'm not a fan because I do enjoy it. Just the way I see
You're
it
just
is,
yelling about how much it's not good.
yeah, like I don't know. To me, it's you got a good storytelling doesn't have to be over the course of hours. You can tell a great story in an hour if you do it right. And obviously, yeah, no one's going to give you studio money if your movie's an hour. So yeah, you can just stretch it a little bit. But sometimes it just feels like I watched. Well, I didn't finish it yet, but I started like the extended cut of the Hateful Eight. It's like 6 hours long.
Jesus.
And
fuck.
it's like, come on. It's like, come fucking on, man. Like, no one needs
That's why
to
it's
do
cut.
this.
That's why it's cut.
And, yeah, I don't know. It's Scorsese, I'm not talking shit about him. The guy can make a fucking movie. But
But Mitch thinks he's gonna die.
I can see, I'll miss the glasses. That's what Hollywood
The glasses
needs
are
more
the
of,
best.
is a nice, stylish frame.
He's always like the most sunken in at the table at the Oscars.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna
Everyone's
die.
clapping around him. He's just like looking around, like, okay, all right.
I would say for my we kind of talked about this before, and I mentioned it as an example, so I don't want to use it. But Ozzy, I really do think Ozzy's going to die.
Probably.
But just from what I'm aware of, he's been slipping hard lately, and it's
I
not
would
a
not
good
be
time.
surprised if he lived another decade,
He is a cockroach.
but I would be even less surprised
Are you guys
if
ready
he
though?
died.
I have two people that I am calling as a shoo-in. One of them is a big gamble. That's why I'm doing two. I'm going.
Also, you're not picking Ozzy?
No, I'm going Mick Jagger.
Okay.
I want to
All
say
right.
Keith Richards, but at the end of the day,
That's what reality wants us to think is
exactly.
going to happen.
Mick Jagger, he's the more unhealthy one. He had to postpone his concert. What was that, like in 18 or 19? He had to postpone it because he had open heart surgery. It's like, you're
New heart,
an old
dude.
man.
That's another couple years for you.
Yeah, he's dead. I really wish Trebek would have lasted because I would have said him.
No, that would not have flown.
That would have been
No,
low-hanging fruit.
can't
I
do
guess
that.
I can respect that.
They're still showing reruns.
So yeah, I'm definitely thinking Mick Jagger's going down. It's his year. It's not a time for him to be here anymore.
Okay, so was that the long shot or no?
No, these are two shoo-ins. for
Yeah, I
me.
know, but you said one of them is a long shot.
Yeah, he'd probably be the long shot.
Okay, what's your actual shoe-in?
My shoe-in, it's a little weird because it's not an older person like Betty White or something like that.
Betty White is also off the table.
Agreed. She's unkillable. It's unreal.
It's impossible.
I'm gonna say Steve-O.
Okay.
That is who
I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Actually.
I really think he went so crazy and now he's so clean, and he's just at that ripe age, like early 50s, late 40s, somewhere in there, where it's like this is where the health problems start to come into play.
Oh yeah, I saw him cooking some shit with Gordon Ramsay, and he
doesn't
not
look that good.
He's not doing well. It seems he seems very happy, but he also put hot sauce in his eye. Yeah, he's talking like a fucking vacuum with a toy stuck in it. It's weird.
He's a strange bird. I know that could probably fit into another category, but there's something in my head that says this is the year Steve-O's dead, and you know what?
And he could say he lived through the pandemic.
Yeah, you could. Honestly, as long as you made it to like June, you could say you survived a pandemic. I mean, if you
die in the midst of it after June,
yeah, because you
late July, you're just like, I did it.
You lived through it technically, maybe not through it entirely, but you were there. You were part of it.
You lived for some of it.
You were a great big part of it.
New York.
Yeah. So.
All right.
I know those are not great, so that's why I wanted to do two, because I feel like Mick Jagger's more of a shoo-in. So combined, they both form into one reasonable idol.
They're probably just sipping on adrenochrome or some shit, dude. They're going to be here for another 30 years.
Mick Jagger, I would believe. Steve-O.
Not Steve-O. No.
There's no way they let the Jackass guys have adrenochrome. They're like, you shit me? You guys are fucking...
I'm going to drink all this adrenochrome.
It's like, you guys
he did it. That's so
monsters.
Gross.
Yeah, so that's the shoe-in. Then we'll go into the intermediate. Like, you can see it happening, but, if it doesn't, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I would say that would be... fuck it, I don't know. You make up your own rule for it.
There's another thing. I am going to say that the dude should not be on there.
What? What's the fucking...
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges? Really?
Yeah. He shouldn't be on there. He shouldn't be on the list. He's not allowed because he just got
could see it.
Diagnosed with the big C.
There's something... See, that's the thing, though. When they tell you about a celebrity's disease, I almost always immediately go to that they're going to survive.
It does make sense after looking at what happened with Bowie and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look what happened to Bowie.
No, that is a good point.
Even Trebek, it didn't come out until it was far past, when it was past the point of no return.
Yeah.
Once, they tried to, keep it under wraps, and when it was there's nothing we're going to do about it, it's going to happen. You might live a year, you might live a month. That's when you find out about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. I'm interested. I'd be sad if Jeff Bridges died.
Me too.
Again, if you watch the remake of True Grit, maybe you won't be that upset if he dies. But
movies guide your life, dude.
They do. In a weird way, they really do. But again, The Big Lebowski's too good. It would just... I don't know. It'd be sad, but I feel like it'd be good for that movie.
That movie doesn't need any help.
Have you guys seen John Goodman lately?
He looks disgusting. He looks very gaunt.
That show, the Not Roseanne, that's pretty much what it is. It's Roseanne without Roseanne.
The Family.
I saw that on TV. I was flipping and it stopped, and I was like, huh. And John Goodman was there. I was like, dude, this guy straight up looked like he lost 200 pounds against his will. He just looks defeated.
He's just emerging from a cave. Please.
Anything. The look in his eyes is just a pure horror when he sits there. It's just
surviving on rats and stalactite drippings.
It's kind of sad. John Goodman is the fucking man, and he might not. I don't know. I don't know if that's healthy. I really don't. Maybe it is. I don't know. It doesn't seem good to me. But I'm no doctor. I'm an amateur podcaster, so I have no medical history.
We are. All right, let's do that. Let's do those.
Yeah. So you said no Jeff Bridges.
No Jeff Bridges.
I respect that.
There you go. Just out of respect.
For the sake of the show, I'm in. Mitch is trying to break the cycle here.
I got one.
No, Mitch, you got to hold on to it. You got to hold on to it.
I got to hold on to it. It might be low-hanging fruit.
Hold on to it. Jake goes first.
Oh, sorry, Jake.
We keep the rhythm.
Sorry.
The rhythm.
I had no
Mitchell.
It's the rhythm of the night.
I had no idea what was going on.
Who sings that song?
You know, it's funny. I don't even have one. I just have to think about it.
It's the you guys know that song? It's the rhythm of the night. You know that song? You know what I'm talking about?
I believe it's a song.
Maybe if I'm a better singer, you'd understand it. But
the
I
rhythm
know
of
what
the
I'm trying
night.
to say. Cause it's the rhythm of the night. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I'll see.
Whoever sings that song's gonna fucking die if they're not dead already.
What? Just take them. Just do it.
All right, bitch.
It's Patti Smith.
Is that for
Is that
real?
what you're singing? Because the night belongs to lovers.
No.
Oh, well, I was totally wrong.
This is like a 90s, like, it's kind of like a pump up the jams type of song, like a techno hybrid.
Oh.
It's like,
It's not the song I was thinking
That's pump up the jams.
All right.
I could be wrong. I remember it being on DDR or something like that. I'm going to fucking figure it out.
All right. You want me to do mine?
No.
Mine is Bill Gates.
Ooh.
You can say the Gates man. See if any. What do you think is going to happen?
Him and his Monsanto mosquitoes.
What do you think is going to happen? He's not going to die, but it would be like, oh, fuck, he died. Wasn't that crazy?
Honestly, I feel like
wouldn't that just be so
happen.
Cool if I was right?
Dude,
No.
Bill Gates.
He seems pretty cool.
In a sense, I feel really bad for him because he worked. You got to give him that. Whether you believe that he's an evil man or not, like, that dude truly worked his fucking ass off for decades to make a company that could barely rival another company. Like, he tried, he's doing it, he's staying alive, and then here comes fucking Jeff Bezos on a scooter, and he just fucking zooms past him, and he's just like, hey, Bill Gates, eat my dick, bitch, and just fucking...
It's like, hey, man, they both started in fucking, what are those, like, the garages there?
Dude, what? I read this thing.
Both started at the same level, they're fine.
They did the math on this video, so I know the numbers that they speak of are legitimate. If you were born... Well, actually, if you started working in the year 0, like BC, AD, whatever that is, and you got paid $10,000 a day, every single day, until right now, you still wouldn't have as much money as Jeff Bezos. If you received $10,000 a day...
I'm going to switch it to Jeff Bezos.
For 2,020 years, you still would not have the money that he has.
All right. Those are my two, Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, just because I don't want him to have the money anymore.
I'm just jealous, realistically. See, you know what
I'd like at least like 10.
I just don't...
10, you know.
I mean, dude, that guy, he's straight up. He could give everybody on the planet $10 and still have money.
So like, probably be like one of the richest dudes around.
He's worth, what, like $400 billion? Like, that's fucking absurd. That is an absurd amount of money.
Buy the Pacific Ocean.
Like, you could buy a country and just own it. And the Amazon rainforest could be owned by Amazon. That is an actual thing.
That sucks.
I guarantee you that could happen.
Stupid.
I really don't want to.
So the major rich folk, you know.
Yeah.
Those
what about
guys.
Steve Wozniak, is he still alive?
I think he was on the Big Bang Theory not too long ago.
He just kind of like he just excused himself from the rich people. He's like, I'm gonna step out.
I'm gonna go live in a duplex.
I'm gonna go take all this fucking cash and step out. Warren Buffett kind of did the same shit after like 9/11. Like Warren Buffett kind of stepped up after 9/11 and like helped the economy. And ever since then, he's just like, yeah.
He's just like, yeah.
What do you think about Warren Buffett? They're like, who?
Like the singer guy, the Margaritaville man.
Is that Jimmy's cousin? I'm so confused.
It's like, no, the millionaire who has more money than anybody and eats the same McDonald's sandwich every morning. Isn't that something that came out?
I think you mean Pina Coladaberg.
Pina Coladaberg.
Pina Coladaberg.
It was a hit.
It was. All right, Mitch. Who's your middle of the road? Like, you could see it, couldn't see it.
Yeah. Julian Assange.
Really?
Yep.
He's so high profile, though.
Yeah,
I
know.
Feel. Is he missing? Is that true?
I'm not exactly sure. I think
he's been gone for a long time, so who knows?
He might be in like U.S. custody. He could be dead already, and we just have no idea. So little bit of low-hanging fruit, but also like it's like, oh, he can't. Yeah, it's just like the Epstein thing. It's like, oh, he's so high profile. It's like there's no way someone like him's gonna get murdered.
I'm glad you brought that up because my selection is, again, it might be low-hanging fruit. Ghislaine Maxwell is not going to make it to next year. There's no way.
Everyone seems to have fucking forgotten about that. Which is fucking crazy. I saw a meme, and it was like, has everyone forgotten about her? It was just a picture of her. I'm like, this isn't even a meme. This is making me realize how terrible life is. It's just and that's the joke. That's why it's so funny. Because life is awful. Everyone's terrible.
I think it's been the appropriate amount of time to where if she were to die, it wouldn't raise red flags. Whereas if it happened sometime in the summer of 2020, that would have been a huge fucking thing, and people would have been all over it. Like, really, this bitch is dead too. But I feel like enough time has passed to where we kind of, as a nation, just kind of glossed over the whole raping of children and
for some reason,
of that nature.
Yeah, because that's still a problem.
Because Jake, it's the real enemy. Is you.
Me forgetting?
That's just what everyone...
You're not getting retribution.
Everyone wants to be like... They're like, all right, you don't understand me, okay?
Maybe you look inward and find the problem. It's like, fuck you.
It's like, how about you fucking...
You're just being a dick at this party.
How about you take my fucking urethra coating and shove it into your mouth?
There you go. How about that?
Yeah, but I don't think she's going to make it.
All right.
I'd be really shocked if she did, only because, I mean, come on.
Come on.
It's fucking just like
she's got to die.
She's got ties to. Oh, come on! Like, it's over.
All the ties, all the things. Dude, with Julian Assange, I thought he disappeared for a while, and then there were posts that were being made under like his account or something, or like from only where he could access it. And everyone was like, the whole big conspiracy about that was like, well, how do we know it's really him?
It's like,
how do we know he's not in Siberia or something, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe he's in Siberia.
One more, at least for me, the only political member of the group. I'm thinking it's going to be Bill Clinton's year to die.
He is also looking like a ghoul.
Dude, his eyes have somehow sunken in about 7 inches into his skull.
His brow like casts a shade over his entire eye now.
He has a permanent skin visor because I don't know. It's like he plays poker 24/7. He's got the little fucking hat.
It's crazy,
but it's made of skin.
His eyes look like the cartoon. Like if a cartoon character sees something they don't like, and their eyes retract in their head.
Speaking of rape, Bill Clinton might die this year.
Yeah, he also does that probably.
But we like him because he played the saxophone. Everybody loves a good sax solo.
And every dirtbag was like, "Yes, a man who got away with cheating."
Yes. I mean, okay.
He doesn't have a great fan base.
I don't want to. I don't want to make things political here, so I'm not going to.
What do you mean? Just
but I want to say this: who wouldn't cheat on Hillary Clinton? She looks like a cold woman. Like, no effect. She's the type of woman that, like, you have a bad day, you come home from work, you're just like, I am swamped. And you know what she says? She's like, fuck you.
No, she says, I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, and I'm not, in no way am I not endorsing her or endorsing her. I'm just saying, she seems, on a personal level, she seems like a cold bitch. And I can't blame him for cheating on her because she doesn't seem like a nice, lovable person.
You're fucked, dude. You just shouldn't cheat on people. That's like what it comes down to. Just divorce them, motherfucker.
Well, yeah, but I mean, come on. We all know that's...
Clean up the goddamn dress.
Most of those marriages, they're just shams. Like, they're not real. It's for political gain.
Yeah. But you still shouldn't do it.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah.
Mitch, you're doing it again. You're getting off the rhythm.
But yeah.
I'm just prepping you guys.
I'm thinking that... I shouldn't say I'm thinking. It wouldn't shock me if Bill Clinton died. But again, if he made it, it'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it.
Like,
I mean,
all right,
he does have access to that ex-presidential health care. Did not do much for George Herbert, but it seems to be working for other people.
Yeah.
Did you guys see George Bush? He paints.
Yeah.
He paints pictures of soldiers that died in the Iraq War. And then he raffles them off for money. and he takes that money and donates it to like veterans. Like that guy made a full 180.
That is amazing.
Everyone
actually.
like 15 years ago, like he's a fucking war criminal, he's a piece of shit, and now he's just like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna give back, and he does.
And I'm gonna do it by doing something out of love.
So whether no matter what side you fall on, you got to appreciate kindness when you see it. And George W. Bush, he is the puppy of human beings. It's hard to stay mad.
He's also done such terrible things.
He has, but it's come on, you look him in the eye and stay mad at that fella.
He just kind of like, hey, come on.
Come on. You want to do some coke? I know the guys that own Texas Rangers. We can go down there. I love baseball and cocaine.
Oh, yes.
Oh, so that brings us to the left field. This is you're like, whoa, what? That guy's fucking dead. This is your fucking Mac Millers and your, I don't know, who else was out of left field? I guess you'd say Kobe, yeah, we said that already. OJ's wife, that one was pretty left field. That was a while ago, though. Amy Winehouse.
Everyone saw that coming. Yeah, that was...
Everybody knew. It was like, really? This bitch is like 24 years old. She's been in rehab 14 times.
She's got another 3. She's joining that motherfucking club.
Like, yeah, you got... it's a slippery slope, especially when you're famous. It's like, you're not getting out of that life. You're just not.
Left field, huh?
Yeah, I got a couple of left fields that I just want to throw out there and put down my placers. But, you, Jake, why don't you start us?
Drake.
Okay.
I think Drake is done for.
Now, here's the real question. What do you think it's from? Is it the coronavirus, or is it murder, or something else?
I think he's going to get out of his car yelling at paparazzi. And it's
Jack Nicholson
and it's
style.
not going to be in park. And he's going to go back into it because he's like, oh, fuck, my car. It's going right. And I'm assuming he's driving. That wouldn't happen. But either way, yeah, he's going to be run over by his own car.
That would be so fucking
That's what's
going
to happen to Drake this year.
That would be really not cool, but oh my God, would that be hilarious.
Can you imagine if I hit the nail on the head and what that would do for our podcast? That would be so amazing for us.
That would single-handedly... We'd be on, like, the news.
We'd be on, like, the Ellen show with whoever's taking that over.
They're like, how the fuck did you know that? Like, it was just a great...
We're going to have one of those heart-to-heart, like, interviews with Oprah. Like, so what was the moment that you knew? It's like, I just felt it in the air of the new year.
I was on the spot, and I just had to come up with something. And I was like, you know what, Drake? He's going to get killed by his own car.
Drake. It's going to be tragic.
I like that.
But Drake is going down.
All right. Mitch, who's your lefty? Left field, right field too, I guess. We don't discriminate here.
Snoop Dogg.
Really?
He's going to be the first man to ever die from smoking too much weed.
I don't know if that's actually possible.
No, it is. He'll do it.
Isn't it? I remember. I don't know if this is true. This is just one of those things I've read on a couple different websites. But they say like the only true way to die from marijuana is pretty much you would just suffocate from so much smoke.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Marijuana wouldn't kill you, but the pot wouldn't kill you, but the all the smoke would kill or can kill you, I should say.
Yeah, no, he's going to try to break some kind of world record, and he's just end up going to kill himself.
All right. I got a couple here. If you guys got more, feel free to chime in.
I'll throw them in as I think.
I'm thinking, this is mine, I think Billie Eilish is going to get Dimebag Darrelled. She is going to get shot by a fan or a not fan.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. Mine was an accident. This is something that could be willed into the universe.
I think I have a...
Don't do that.
Let me explain.
No one do that.
She has such a huge draw. I don't know pop music. You can ask anyone. We're in the fucking car and the radio's on. It's like, what is this? Everyone knows.
I know some stuff.
Everyone knows who Billie Eilish is because she's the most fucking famous musician we have right now. It's only fitting. She's got everything you need. She's got the likable, young personality. It's like, oh, she's a free spirit. She does her own thing. She's got her own music. People like it. It's a little bit sad. Bring possibly emotional evocation there,
Oh yes.
And I think it's gonna rub someone the wrong way, and they're just gonna fucking pop her in the chest.
So you think she's gonna be like an American culture version of Selena?
In a sense,
Sorta.
yeah. Yeah, I think she's straight up. It's going to be a Dimebag Daryl situation.
Well, goddamn, that sucks.
That's real left field, but it might happen.
I thought you were about to say that's real life, kid. Like, oh no.
It seems as if that could happen. Who else? I'm thinking Ice-T.
What? No, dude. Body count cannot be gone. Body count.
I'm thinking Ice-T ain't gonna make it. It's getting a little too hot, and the ice is gonna melt, and he's fucked.
Is this guess only for that joke? No.
In a sense.
Damn it.
But no, there's something about him. I've been seeing a lot about him lately on I follow him on Instagram, so like I see some of that shit, and then I opened up like Yahoo News one day to sign into my email, and they had like a huge article about Ice-T and I think his daughter or something, like it was her birthday party or whatever. It was he's in the news lately, and it's like, all right, that makes me think he's going down.
Maybe who knows?
I could be wrong.
I hope not.
I already said Bill Clinton. I'll stay out of politics. I feel like politics is easy because there's so many fucking decrepit old people, and they should die.
They all were like born before fucking the Nazis invaded Poland.
Like, have you seen that? Like, I know it's a meme now. Like pictures of Mitch McConnell. He looks like a bag of Play-Doh. Like he just looks unhealthy. It's very
those
strange.
like super bad burns where people get like the boils of like water under their skin.
Yeah, they get like
that's
pus
what his
bags.
entire body looks like. And did you see that picture of his hand recently?
Yeah, with the like black like gangrenous shit. Like what the hell was
that?
A
lamp like tapped him on the shoulder or something, and like now his
internal
arm's dead.
Bruising. I don't know. That's some fucking. That's some shit. Ooh,
culture.
This is very, very off topic. I have read this. I'm not entirely sure it's true, but if it is true, I have to accept it. And I'm happy.
Why would
for
anyone
it.
write something that's not true?
It has been said that as part of the rider bills that have been attached to the new round of stimulus checks from the Senate, I guess it's Congress, right? It's not really the Senate. It has to go through everyone.
The government money we're getting.
But with that being said, there's a couple riders that have been tacked onto the bill. One of the riders is actually both of these affect the show in one way or another. It is now 100% illegal, and it is a felony charge with a minimum of 10 years in prison or a $100,000 fine if you're caught pirating any video or any source of entertainment that is being illegally downloaded or viewed without the proper payment. It is now a felony charge, and you could serve time for that.
Whoa!
And
we gotta watch what we
put
clips of in here and stuff.
To be fair, it's not just like a random thing. It's sort of a cheap bailout of the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And that's what they're labeling it as. Essentially, it seems like a way to funnel money into Hollywood. Because, I mean, come on,
without entertainment, we're going to be fucking more animals than we've become.
Right, and they keep saying, they're like, it's for local venues. And like, really, you think, like, small bar concert venues are going to get money? Yeah, come on. And then the other thing, this is one that I don't have all the information on, so I can't say if it's true.
Is it the one from Marco Rubio?
I think he was a part. Is it the alien one?
Yeah.
Yes. The CIA, the FBI, the Navy, the Marines, Air Force, and the United States military, along with the Marine Corps, any files, reports, or videos or pictures, anything related to UFO or extraterrestrial discoveries are to be made public by March.
Yeah, 180 days.
Yep. So,
dude, so weird. The
we'll
Pentagon's
see if that
just
happens.
Gonna hand it over now.
We'll see if that happens. I don't like being political because I don't want anyone to like think I'm neglecting a point of view. But I will say that whether you like Donald Trump or not, this is something he's been wanting to do, or at least said he's wanted to do. And if it happens, I'll be okay with it. I think it's information that we need.
Yeah.
Why can't we have it is my thing. Why can't we? I just don't understand.
Maybe for some fucked up reasons. Maybe this will further screw our lives up.
Look at the JFK files. They were supposed to release those, and then they somehow worked around their own like public domain law and made it unviewable.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we'll
just...
throw you a bone. And they redacted like 90 out of 92 pages of the file.
Yeah, everything that wasn't just what everyone knows already was just gone.
It was like, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, redacted, shot in head, redacted, dead. It's like, oh, we fucking
God.
knew that. Everybody, if you watched...
Then we went to Vietnam.
If you live in this country, you know that happened. I don't give a fuck. As long as you're over the age of 10, you know that JFK was shot.
No, it's very true.
But yeah, so that's really cool. I'm looking forward to that. We're probably not going to get it.
No, probably not. We'll probably get a bunch of just like white sheets of paper with a bunch of black marks on it. That's all it is.
Like when Project Blue Book came out, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's Project Blue Book." It's like, dude, they don't tell you shit. Like, people have known about this forever.
This is a blue college-ruled notepad. That's all it is.
It's literally nothing. It's just a book where everything is blacked out, and they're like, we may have seen an alien, but officially we didn't. Like 100 times. That's all it is.
It has to say officially nothing happened.
According to the official bylaws, we did not see what we saw. That was a lie.
Pretty sure I had a really deep conversation with an alien for an hour, but officially I can't attest to that.
You know what I think I would love in this country? I know this would be a step closer to Idiocracy, the movie, but I think...
You've been talking about that movie all night.
Yeah, that movie's... I watched it last time. Holy shit, it was cracking me up again. But fucking... I think everyone that serves in political office needs to be on the Maury Povich show after they get out of office. And we select random citizens. Everyone can fill in their questions. And then Maury Povich, personally, only him, not Springer... Not Donahue, not the bald guy. What's his, Wilkins or Wilco? Steve Wilco?
Yeah, the Deal or No Deal guy?
No, that's Howie Mandel.
I'm just so confused with hosts.
No, Steve Wilco, he's like the big jack. He's the same as Springer.
Oh, yeah, and he doesn't have security guards. He takes care of it himself.
Yeah, because he was Jerry's security guard.
Jacked.
It can only be Povich. I only respect Maury Povich.
Maury.
And... every single public official has to be on the Maury Povich program, and the United States citizens get to send in questions, and they have to answer them, and they get lie detector tests. And Maury's like, Bill Clinton, is that your semen on her dress? And he's like, absolutely not. The whole world gets to see that was a lie.
That was a lie.
Like, that would be sick.
His cadence.
That'd be sick. We'd be a little bit dumber,
awesome.
But I think it would really open the doors of transparency, and it's a way that people would watch it. No one's gonna read about it; they're gonna watch it on fucking Maury Povich.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit about reading, but if there's some drama, you best believe I'm checking that shit out.
Let's put it in 180 characters. I got it.
But any more left field toss outs here? Anybody? I said Billie Eilish.
I'm gonna say the curly-headed kid from Stranger Things.
Really?
That. Why not?
What, Rain or is it Rain or is it Wolf?
I have no idea what you mean.
One of those is part of his name. I don't think it's Rain. I think
it's probably Wolf.
Something. It's like something Wolf. That's not his full name.
It's not Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
That'd be sick.
That would be.
I
cool.
don't like that.
There's just like another famous person with that exact name.
There's something about him I don't like, and I think it's not personal.
Mozart?
No, the kid you're talking about. I was
gonna say, fuck you.
I don't have an issue with him. Like, I don't know him, obviously, but just I don't like his character in Stranger Things. I just fucking hate his character so much.
He's fine.
He
doesn't have collarbones. Isn't that fun?
Really? That's interesting.
I think he's probably going to die in some collarbone-related trick gone awry.
If only he had a collarbone, this motorcycle accident wouldn't have killed him.
He tried to squeeze through this drain pipe, and then someone flushed a toilet. And it's like, oh, God.
But, I don't know. There's something about his character in that show. He just seems kind of whiny to me.
He's a kid.
Yeah, I know.
That's what kids are. That's why you wear condoms.
That's why I tend, especially when it comes to actors that are, like, young or young adults, I tend not to. I don't want to give an opinion on them because it's like, well, they are kids.
Dude,
Like,
I feel like they're just forced to grow up and then from there act like happy kids.
Pretty much.
You know, like you know all the rules. Like,
you're actually 12, but we're going to treat you like you're 25, but act like you're 7. It's like what?
So many layers of acting just in real life, and then you got to go play an actual part. It's a lasagna of a terrible childhood.
I'm excited for I like Stranger Things. That show I think is pretty good.
It is good.
I was so hesitant to watch it. I was not interested.
I remember it took me so long to convince you.
And
then
remember,
we just had opposite opinions on which seasons were better and shit, and I was like, "Oh, you actually really like it."
I do. Georgie's
There's a
now
dog
wife.
barking. Yeah,
she was the one that forced me into it because it was the three of us, and she literally just put it on, and I couldn't leave, and it was like, "Fuck you!" And I didn't watch it for like a month, and then eventually I was like, "All right, I got nothing going on here."
I really need to know what happens next.
And I'm glad I did because I thoroughly enjoyed that show.
You reeled in, dude. Modern horror Goonies.
Speaking of shows, just a little news update if you don't know. Disenchantment, the new season, comes out in 2 weeks.
What?
January 15th.
Oh, I thought that was canceled.
Nope.
That's amazing.
You got part 3 coming in 2 weeks. I've made you and Mitch watch it with me. I like that show. It's like the world's toughest prisons.
Yeah.
The new season of that comes out next weekend, so I'm pumped for that.
Damn.
He's going to fucking Greenland, so that'll be sick.
Greenland prisons in a pandemic.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I like those are just 2 little shows that I'm excited for.
Hell yeah, dude. Walking Dead's coming back.
That's true.
Oh, it's gonna be such a good year for entertainment.
I really hope that they don't fuck up The Walking Dead.
They already have.
Chances are they're gonna do it, and I'm sick of it.
It's just a matter of how much further they'll go.
It's so. I hate it. I literally it makes
you hate
me
it, but
upset.
you got all 4 books of it for Christmas.
Well, no, see, that's what makes me hate it because
there's so many differences.
not even that. It's not the differences. It's just the way, like the show. Without getting too nerdy, because I can talk about this all night.
No, I know you can.
The first 4 seasons of The Walking Dead are essentially about a quarter of the entire comic book story of the show, and then the next 6 seasons are just crammed in. Like, there's about 75% of the material available is unused, and they're cramming all of that into 6 seasons, where the first 4 let it play out slowly and naturally, and it worked. There were slow moments, but it was like, you got the story.
There's like, this is a perfect timeline for the story, but then all the actors and shit, it's like, you know what, I got some other shit to do, man. I have some other contract. Like, they're all going to leave, so they got to cram it. They have to do offshoots with the movies and shit, and Fear the Walking Dead and all that stuff. That's just like franchising. It's crazy.
They're definitely doing a Game of Thrones where the potential is
crossover.
The potential is there to save the show, but if you don't do the exact thing that needs to be done, it'll be forgotten. Game of Thrones makes me sad because I'm the opposite camp. I didn't dislike the ending at all. I very much enjoyed it.
Still haven't seen it.
Yeah, so I won't say anything. I don't want to ruin it.
Yes.
But there are people that literally will deny how good of a show it is because they don't like how it ended. And it's like, how are you going to throw away about 70 hours of material over 45 minutes of disappointment?
I very much understand the importance of an ending, though.
It's true.
You know, dude,
I think endings are always bad.
We were watching a movie the other day, and it just randomly started from the beginning, and I thought it ended and the credits were rolling. I was livid. I was like, the entire time, I was thinking in my mind, like, this movie's like actually really good. And I thought it ended. I was like, that movie was the worst fucking thing in the world.
And then the actual ending's not much better because it just leaves you hanging.
By then, I was
Black
just
Christmas,
pissed.
great. What was it, 1974? I don't want one of these remake bullshits.
Or some shit.
The old school Black Christmas. It's fucking tight. The guy who made A Christmas Story made it, so he knows Christmas.
He just kind of blended some genres there.
He's like, remember? Well, I guess this one came first because Christmas Story was definitely not the 70s. That was more 80s, I think.
Probably.
But
it looks like an 80s movie.
Black Christmas, I think that was